Oh my god, what is this?
Urge to shout.
I got. What is this? What is this game? What is this? Until Dawn? I gotta play it. I gotta play it. I would never say no to a not in a video. Can the sinners survive a horror movie?
If the sinners from Limbus Company were drugged, kidnapped, and put inside a horror movie,
okay, who the fuck starts a conversation like this?
We-esque situation, who is making it out alive? If Freddy Fazbear from FNAF or Jason from Friday the 13th.
Okay, Donkey is not making it out alive. Meursault is not making it out. Actually, you know what? No, you know what? Meursault won't make it out alive because somebody will go, all right, gang, let's split up. And then he'll split up and he'll get killed. Sinclair is dead. Rodion's gonna bang the killer. Ryoshu is going to kill the killer. Outis is going to help kill the killer. Who else? Everybody else dies. That's my prediction. Can we play the video, please?
13th were chasing them. Who's going to die? To answer this question, we're going to assign popular horror movie tropes to each of the sinners based on their...
What?
Who's going to die? To answer this question, we're going to assign popular horror movie...
Meursault, homosexual.
Tropes to each of the sinners...
Mommy, twin, what?
On their characteristics and find out who plays which role in this situation. Of course, they're stripped of most of their powers, and Dante is also taken away. No broken IDs and no revives. Ishmael would be the harbinger, someone who warns the entire company about some unknown monster because she knows something is up. It's like back in Kanto.
And they would gaslight her and go, shut up, you red-haired bitch, you don't know shit.
5, where she urges all the other sinners to turn back before they're all killed.
Is times 2 still on? Oh my god, it's not times 2. It was 1 point. There we go.
Are largely ignored, and she has to head into the unknown.
Oh my god, maybe we have to watch every video at 1.25
with the rest of the sinners. I like to think that she puts up a strong front, but in reality, she's scared shitless, and she would only take the safest pass. But always,
I am losing my shit right now.
Being so cautious and aware, Ishmael will indeed survive a horror movie. Heathcliff, on the other hand, however, would be a proper hothead if he was ever subjected to being in a horror.
I feel like Ishmael would go insane from the gaslighting, and she would just start killing everybody herself.
Movie. He'd rush headfirst into danger without a care in the world, shouting out threats at the top of his lungs to whoever put him in there. He'd treat the horror threat as something he can...
Heathcliff would definitely die. He would definitely die. He'd be like, oh, right, Gov, I'll save all of our skins. And then he'd get stabbed by the monster. He'd be like, oh, you're making me rather cross with you. And then they would stab him again, and he'd be like, ew, on a Tuesday, isn't it? And then he'd keel over and die.
Beat into a pulp with his bat. And he wouldn't even think twice to cuss out an animatronic or two. He's fought a ghost before, so it's not like he doesn't...
No, Heathcliff would argue with an actual animatronic, thinking that it's a human being in a suit.
Believe in them, but what he doesn't believe in is that some horror movie monster can kill him. So the last thing he'd do is flee. Because of this, chances are he'd be the one that the horror entity...
Oh, somebody said I should play this, by the way. What is this called? Before or Until Dawn or something? Or New Dawn or something?
Example out of. He's gonna stumble right into a...
Somebody told me I should play that, but I'll never get around to it.
With a huge sign that says Heathcliff Crusher and get his poor body mangled. He's not
mangled?
Making it out alive. Matter of fact, when he dies, Ishmael would be the first person to say, I told you guys so. Outis plays the role of a mentor.
She would help Ryoshu pin the monster, the killer down, and systematically slice pieces of the monster off and make the monster eat it.
And a guide, teaching other sinners valuable...
I can't anymore. It's milk getting time. Zombie King, please.
Survival skills that allows them to have a good chance against the looming threat of the horror world. She's like a beacon of hope for the team, being reliable, albeit incredibly harsh on the others. Unfortunately, however, as important as the role of a guide is in the horror genre, they're also one of the earliest to be killed. Outis does not...
What the fuck even movie was that?
Get out alive. Initially, I thought Gregor would play the same role as Outis.
No, Gregor will live because the monster will think that he's part of the monster. Oh, incredible. Bravo, Vince. Bravo, Vince.
But I was convinced that Gregor would...
Oh my god, he's breaking it down!
...be the comedic relief
of my god!
The group. Horror is one thing, but it doesn't always have to be pure scares and thrills. Some horror movies are comedy movies as well. And in this case, good old Gregor would...
There are people that watch the paranormal movies, and they actually shit their pants. Could never be me.
Dropping one-liners back and forth like Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil. He'd look at a horror abomination such as The Fly and say something like, and here I thought G-Corp insects were bad. Imagine him being in the movie.
You fly too much.
Jaws up against a man-eating shark with his life on the line. All he has to say is, you're gonna need a bigger Mephistopheles.
That's not how you say it.
Shark with his life on the line. All he has to say...
That's not how you say... When I have to correct a pronunciation, Natna, you're cooked. What an ung. That's not the right button. What an ung.
Yes, you're gonna need a bigger Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles... Mr. Fist the Fellas? Did he just say Mr. Fist the Fellas? And by the way, can we leave Uma Musume in the box, Unk? Anybody who talks about Uma Musume is an Unk.
Luckily for him, his
It's Mephistopheles, by the way.
type always gets out alive for some unknown reason. I guess the gods above like funny people. Now, Rodion.
Rodion will bang the monster.
Is a thick lady. No two ways about it. And the thing about hot ladies with big assets
my
in the
God.
horror genre
my
is
God.
that they almost always get put in them sus-ass scenes, man. I ain't the one
What the fuck? Why not this? You go from a chick booty shaking ass to a dog pissing.
to make the rules. It's just the way it is,
Why would you
okay?
do
If she
this?
was
Not no. Why would you? I'm saying not no to what the I'm saying not none of that.
put in a horror movie situation, she'd somehow have the irresistible
Oh my God, what is this?
urge to shout
I got. What is this? What is this game?
Out in the-
What is this? Until dawn? I gotta play it. I gotta play it.
dark. Despite
I gotta play it.
everyone trying to stop her, she just has to
Oh my God!
do it. We gonna get to witness the whole thing from head to toe. And just
What
before
the feed?
it gets real good, just before she reveals everything,
Rodion, bro, we gotta, as a community, we gotta stop.
she gonna get murked the fuck out in true horror movie fashion.
I don't think I can do Limbus Company anymore, dude. I can't. I don't think I can do it. I think I've reached my limit with the brain rot. I don't think I can do it anymore.
It is with great regret that I have to announce the top
My brain is pickling. My brain's not even rotting anymore. It's Rodion. You see, my brain is pickled.
and thick lady is not making it out alive. Faust loves to explain everything, even if it's seemingly nonsensical. She'd be a lore master and puzzle solving.
I feel like Faust would just be like, I'm just going to leave, and she would just like leave. She would let the monster kill everybody else.
Prodigy who would lead the sinners to the exit.
You had a brain? Ban Trunks for 10 seconds.
If only she wasn't so focused on
Is that Pac-Man the movie?
explaining every
They made a Pac-Man movie?
little detail about all the puzzles they come across. She'd always turn towards the sinners while giving her the long and tedious monologue explaining the intricacies of the puzzles they come by. While this is informative, chances are the entity will be standing right behind her and she won't notice a thing. Safe to say that after a few puzzles, she won't be talking much at all because she's busy getting her head bitten off by some
Excuse me, good man. Is that the bite of 87, perchance?
unknown entity. She will indeed fail to survive. I'm sorry, Faust fans. That's just the way it is. Next up, Sinclair. Sinclair is the hysteric, of course, being scared of almost anything and everything.
He's
Even
dead
the
in a fi-
faintest
he's dead in
noises
5
and
seconds.
The slightest touch would send him screaming and crying all over the place.
Like I said to the movie, that movie was apparently The Cube.
It's always fight or flight with him. If
But Big Buff Black Demon is crashing out in the chat right now.
the floor creaks, he's shrieking. If someone touches his shoulders, he's pissing himself. And if he meets with the killer
Enough!
face to face, he'd probably just
I don't ever want to see that ever again.
stand there screaming and yelling while everyone else runs away at top speed. It's not all good for him, but it sure is good for the other sinners. He's great at buying time for his friends, as the killer would be, well, busy killing him. He's got zero chance of survival, but hey, at least he isn't useless. However, under certain conditions, where he is up against animatronics, I'm saying Five Nights at
Does
Freddy's.
iShow Speed even play video games anymore? Or does he just... well, I guess, I think he gave up scamming people and playing video games, and now he just tours the world.
Or Walton Files, he's going all out. He's gonna manifest a whole mark on his forehead and then absolutely destroy all the clankers within the vicinity in 0.1 seconds. No one in the company is going to die
Overwatch, dead game.
because he just saved the entire day, okay? But that's only that situation.
Bro, Apoc Bird couldn't stand that he was losing an argument to Big Buff Black Demon, so Big Buff Black Demon just got iced out by Apoc Bird.
Don Quixote would probably be oblivious of whatever
The clueless.
is going on. Heck, she probably even thinks that being dragged into
No, you know what? No, if this was a horror movie, everybody would be crammed into a room and Oppenheimer would be begging Don Quixote to take her shoes off so that she can go Sancho mode and save them.
a dark and
And then Faust would just be like, no, I forbid it. And then Faust would just leave out the back door and let everybody else get killed.
scary place is just a fun sleepover game that the other sinners have organized. Because of this, she just
Get
has
Charlie off my screen.
fun exploring around every corner, looking in every nook and cranny to collect information. If she came face to face with an entity, she might even
Fucking did it and puts an African-American pirate on the screen and calls him an entity. That's racist.
introduce herself to it and reach out for a handshake. Like nothing phases her at all. And even if there is a room with a dead body and blood splats everywhere, she'd only think that they were decorations. She always avoids every trap and deadly
Is that Phineas and Ferb?
encounters by complete coincidence, with Lady Luck on her side always. In my opinion, she'd have no trouble surviving.
No, she's dead instantly.
Is always the type that you think to die that doesn't die by the end of the movie. And this is one of those times. Yi Sang is a smart fellow, that much is clear.
Yi Sang would be the only one that survives.
He'd thrive in any situation that involves solving puzzles and riddles.
Because Yi Sang would sit back and watch everybody die, and then at the end he'd be like, I understand. The monster is weak to love. And then he would kiss the monster, and then the monster would be like, and bubble up and die.
Much like Faust.
And then Yi Sang would leave, and he'd be like, my friends are dead, but it looks like I'm living for them now.
Safe to say that he's a core member of the team after, Faust gets her head bitten off. And his time spent in the League of Nine is a
and then Yi Sang is the guy that lives on in the sequel, and he meets a new batch of survivors, and he has to teach them how to survive. But then they're like, who is this loser? I almost said a slur. Who is this loser? Let's not listen to him. Let's fucking just do whatever. And then they all die. And then at the very end, Yi Sang and another person that listens to him survive, and they make it into the third movie. That's incredible.
To this, he can pretty much grasp
Clay, what the hell is going on? I don't know, very fair. I've lost control of my life.
The rules and mechanics of death traps and foreign devices immediately. Heck, if he went up against Jigsaw, he'd have a perfect track record for solving all of the traps. Even if Jigsaw says his final challenge is to let Faust go through his...
Clay has been affected too deeply by... I know. Kim Ji-yoon gave us a mommy that says slurs, and now I'm like, I'm letting him rip, dude. I'm letting him rip.
Phone?
I'll see you on Kick. I'm letting him rip.
Damn well he's handing it over ASAP. Thanks to that, we have yet
ASAP
another...
Rocky, more like it.
Survivor. Ryoshu would be calm and collected, unflinching at anything presented to her by unknown horrors. After all, she's definitely seen things not meant for the human eye.
Is there I will never watch the Backrooms movie, but is there a monster in the Backrooms, or is it literally just them walking around going, whoa, it's liminal and yellow, dude?
Thanks to her interest in the ring's art. But at one point during the excursion, she just...
If you're terrified of the color yellow, you deserve to be eaten by the Backrooms.
Dishes without leaving so much as a strand of hair behind for the other sinners to find. This disappearance leaves other sinners confused and concerned, and it ultimately leads to everyone assuming that the monster had gotten to her and game ended her off screen. Of course, it's not that black and white. To everyone's surprise, she'd mysteriously show up as the last survivor, most likely in the post-credits.
I don't know why people... Was this...
the monster had gotten...
Yeah, I can't take anything that John Krasinski is in seriously. I don't know how people like the movie The Quiet Place. You were scared of yellow paint, as everybody should be.
To her, and game ended her off screen. Of course, it's not that black and white. To everyone's surprise, she'd mysteriously show up as the last survivor, most likely in the post-credits, looking all bloodied and beat up. She may not be looking too healthy, but she gets to keep her one most important thing, and that's her life. Meursault? Oh, this one's easy. Meursault's straight up the hunter, man. He ain't afraid of no beast. The beast is afraid of him. People want him locked up for what he'd do if he...
I feel like Faust and Meursault would be the characters who just straight up just leave the cabin in the woods. They're just like, yeah, we're just not gonna stay here and be sitting ducks. We're just gonna leave.
Got his hands on horror entities, and in this case, he'd be the person to deal the final blow to the monster. I'm not talking about killing a villain.
Although that would be cool. Can we please get a Meursault spin-off game where he just roundhouse kicks everything and shoots monsters in the face?
And by exploiting their weaknesses, no. He's going to run them sleeves up and throw hands with the...
Oh my god, Limbus Company Rising Revengeance with fucking Ryoshu, dude?
Monster, 1v1 boxing style. Jab, jab, cross, uppercut. You know the drill. He gonna make any monster his toy and throw him up and down all around. He ain't just a survivor, he's the damn hero of the story. Finally, we have Hong Lu. Now, Hong Lu is relaxed.
I feel like Hong Lu would seduce the monster with his feminine charm.
At all times. He's just chill about it. He ain't too worried about none. He'd stumble on a trap and all he'd do is accept his fate. When the monster jumps at him, he spreads his arm and embraces...
Oh, okay. I thought he was about to say something else. I thought he was about to say he would just bend over and spread his asshole.
This is the inevitable. He'd even talk as if he was in third person, like an audience watching a horror movie instead of being in the horror movie himself. He'd be on some shit like, so this is how a person would die in a horror movie. It's just like the Chinese...
Yeah. Hong Lu would be brought into the Saw games, and he'd be like, I want to play a game, and then Hong Lu would be like, I figured it out already. What you need to do? Wait, what? I figured it out. Yeah, it like the key was in my arm. I had to cut the key out, and then I could use it to undo the headset. What do you? How did you figure that out? I didn't even tell you. It was intuitive. I mean, you are really good at making games. I do have to say, this was a fun game. And then Jigsaw's just like, oh well, thank you. If you go into the next room, there's another. You know what? No, you know what? You can leave. And he just opens the door, and Hong Lu could just leave.
Tale I was told as a child. He sure as shit ain't making it out alive.
And then Jigsaw is just like, wow, I never thought that somebody would compliment me on my game. You know, I feel like I set them up for failure, and they'd be pretty pissed off at me. But for some reason, that femboy, for some reason, damn it, I should have asked him for his number.
At least he's chill about getting beaten up and killed. So
and then he never does the Saw games ever again because Jigsaw's trying to hunt down Hong Lu and marry him, and he doesn't have any time for the games anymore. He's just like, and people are just like, whatever happened to that Jigsaw killer? And so he's like, I don't know. I heard that he fell in love with a femboy, and he's been trying to hunt him down and get his number ever since.
Sum up, here's all the sinners that would survive the ordeal.
Clay, stop role-playing as Jigsaw.
So we have Ishmael.
Clay, stop making fanfics. You're telling me Hong Lu x Jigsaw wouldn't be a fire fanfic then?
Gregor, Don Quixote, Yi Sang, Ryoshu.
Why are you doing femboy roleplay? I was pitching it. You can pitch something without being emotionally invested.
And Meursault. The rest of them would need to be shipped back to Dante and await a rewind. Remember that the video was made for fun and nothing should be taken as canon or too serious.
Jesus Christ. Can we please stop apologizing for jokes on the fucking internet? Thank you, Natna. Thank you so much. Another incredible Natna classic. My brain is molded. Okay? Everybody start watching the stream on mute for a better experience.